Close. Hey, kia ora, Helen, Brahms here, coming live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling, winning Wednesday. Yes! That day of the week where we celebrate our wins for the week, even though we should be celebrating them as they occur. Because then the wins are more memorable, and if we document them, if we journal about them, if we acknowledge them, whatever. I just realized, hang on. Okay, just unplugged. I wasn't sure if that was on. Can you guys hear me? I'm gonna have to go back and check this later. Anyway, so it's Winning Wednesday today. It has been a weird and wacky day. It has, but the bright spot of the bright spot. I don't know what's going on, but today I was like completely exhausted. I slept solidly last night. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe I got too much sleep. I don't know. But I've been feeling all day. I've had that, even though I've kept telling myself I'm full of energy, I am energetic, and I kept just repeating those mantras over and over and over again. My body felt tired. My head felt tired. I guess it's just with all the allergy stuff going around right now. But it's just my whole body was just drained today. And all I wanted to do was just go curl up in bed and go to sleep. And I didn't really get a chance to do that at all today because let's see, but before we get to that, what wins are you celebrating? Let us know in the comments below so we can celebrate with you. I don't even know what I put for a topic tonight. What did I put for a topic today? Winning with accountability. Oh my gosh, that's right, because it's Wednesday and I have my accountability call with my accountability coach. And sometimes that is really tough to do those calls because my accountability coach knows what I'm going to be doing the coming week, what tasks I'm going to get done and completed as I step closer and closer to my goals And so every Wednesday it's like, okay, what happened this week? And I'm sort of like, well, I got this done, I got da, and I rattle off other stuff which was not on the list of what I said I would have done by this week. Because sometimes things happen and things get pushed aside. There's just excuses just come in. And I know that there are no excuses when it comes to getting stuff done. It's just get in and get it done. And today was one of those days where I didn't get in and didn't get it done. I got sidetracked by other things. Totally my responsibility to make sure I get my stuff done that I say I'm going to get done. So I have given her my list for this coming week on what I'm doing this week. So we're going to see how that goes. But was also telling her about the Amazon Explore thing I found and how I ended up doing this whole flowchart on how it could be used, my map on how it could be used and everything, and not just for me, but for other people as well. And talked about everything except for the things I didn't get done. And then I had to admit to her that I hadn't got the things done. And I hate admitting when I don't get things done. I can come up with all the excuses, but when it boils down to it, there really is no excuse for not getting something done. Now, if it's something that you are relying on somebody else and they haven't given you the pertinent information, that's okay. But what did you do did you follow up with that person, or did you just ask them the one time and you haven't followed up with them since? So it's looking at the whole picture. But yeah, it was a very interesting day. It was wild and wacky, and yeah, some people have strange ideas. Strange. Yes, can't talk about them, but just trust me, some people have strange ideas about what they think some things should do or what they feel they are entitled to and that sort of thing. So I'm just going to leave it there. I flushed them all so I don't have to think about them this evening, but they were just some weird stuff in there today. So finished work at 4, and I was doing Melbourne's crime and debauchery evening where it was going to be one-on-one with my guide. I didn't know if I was going to get Tristan again or not. So 5:15, I am sitting here in front of I did go and lay down for 30 minutes, but I didn't snooze. I just laid there and read. And then got back out here at 5 o'clock. Last time we had connectivity issues. I wasn't sure if it was on my end or on his end. So this time in preparation, I went around, I unplugged my Fire Stick so it couldn't get an internet connection. My phone, I turned the Wi-Fi off on my phone, and then I shut down everything on my computer except the one tab in my Chrome browser that I had to use to connect. So all my tabs, and normally I have, I think there's like 20 something tabs open because I'm darting backwards and forwards through them all throughout the day. So I'd shut all of those down. I had every app on my computer shut down. The only thing open on my computer was the Chrome browser with one tab open, and that was on the Amazon Explore thing in my session so that it would be easier to connect. I wasn't taking, and I had my my Wi-Fi plugged in, so I didn't have to worry about it running out of battery. And I walked around and thought, well, what else have I got that's running on the Wi-Fi right now? And apart from my phone and the Fire Stick, there was anything not on the computer that was connected to the internet at the time. So I wasn't taking any chances. So come 5:15, I'm sitting here, pen and paper handy, ready to go to hear all about this, the crime and debauchery in Melbourne that took place in the area where I actually stayed for 3 weeks in a hotel. So I was all ready for this, and 5:15 came and went, and they give the host 15 minutes to log in, and then they cancel, and that's what ended up happening today. 5:30 on the nose, there's this little window comes up that says your session has been cancelled. I was like, darn, I was so looking forward to that. So I had a look for tomorrow, and tomorrow I have to go and get my mail. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I got like 4 messages today that there were parcels. I think I have somewhere between 8 to 10 parcels to go pick up that I'm going to have to go back and count. I know there was like 2 or 3 on Monday. There was another one yesterday. There were like 5 today. I know 2 of the packages were my subscription orders that I have with Amazon. Some stuff that I get, and this was the month that I restock on those. So I know 2 or 3 of those. But then there's my doTERRA oils are coming. I was just sort of like, oh my gosh. And I think there's like 4 or 5 messages today for packages that have come in. I'm like, okay, I have to go get my mail tomorrow. So I have rescheduled the crime and debauchery for tomorrow night at 7 p.m., which will be after I get home from picking up. So at 4 o'clock, I'm in the car. I'm straight down to go get my mail. I already had Thursday marked to go get the mail anyway. But yeah, so at 4 o'clock, it's go get in the car, go get the mail, come back, unload the car, take Zeffy for a walk, then come back from that and be ready in place here at 7 o'clock for my hour-long tour of crime and debauchery in Melbourne, in the Central Business District. So looking forward to that. And I was doing some stuff with my meetup groups today because we've got a Networking Riches coming up on June 4th and 5th, I think, if that's Saturday, Sunday. It's the first weekend of June. First weekend of June. Yes, 4th and 5th. So I have a Networking Riches coming up then. I should have put it in the description. I'll go back and put that in there. But it's all online, and it's been some changes. That's all I can tell you. I don't know what the changes are. We've been told there's changes. So I'm curious to see. I think breakout rooms are involved in this one, so that's going to be fun. I love the breakout rooms. It's always interesting when they turn around and say, okay, you've got 4 people in that room, you've got 10 minutes, this is what you need to cover in 10 minutes. And I get in those rooms and I'm sort of like, okay, you go. And they go, and then we work our way around, and we run out of time. 2, maybe 3 people will get to talk, and that's it, because one person will go, bah, 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 bah. Even when you interrupt them and say, hey, look, we're on a time crunch here, we've got to get moving, we've got to get on to the next person. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. There's times like that I wish I could go mute. But you do get people who go on and on and on and on. They have no concept of how to tell you about their business in 30 seconds or less, in some cases, or a minute or less, and then talk about an issue that they're having in their business so that everybody can like brainstorm with it or something. And so it's interesting, very interesting. And most of the time when I'm in those breakout rooms, I never get to talk, which is fine with me, because it gives me a reason to go back to these people later on and say, hey, let's get on and let's go on and have a chat. So I kind of use these breakout rooms as interviews of people that I want to get to know better and maybe do a collaboration with. Who knows? But yeah, so if you're paying attention and if you get in a breakout room with me, you know what to expect now. But anyway, no, I'm really looking forward to Networking Riches, because that's going to be awesome. So if you are a person who is in business and wants to pick up some tips on how to make your networking profitable, how to network in a way that you control the flow of information, that'll get you going. And you are able to know who to talk to when you get there. So this goes through prep, during, and after. So if you're somebody who is in business and you don't network but would like to, or you network but want to improve it, then come join us and just go to have to network, have HAVE, the number 2 network.com, and you can find out all the information there, and it's free to sign up. They do have a VIP package, which I will tell you this is worth way more than what they charge for that VIP package. It is definitely, that VIP package is definitely worth its weight in gold, and then some. So there's a lot of really good information in there. I'm totally getting off track here. Oh my gosh. So I was in my meetup. Shiny. My shirt even says, "Don't let anyone dull your sparkle today." So my sparkle's shiny. Voice is feeling good. It's starting to get a little strained, but we'll get there. It's a lot better than it was yesterday. Let's see. Oh yes, I was doing the meetup thing, putting the things in there. And this one meetup caught my eye, which is a group I didn't belong to at the time. And it's a mystery book club. And I'm like, ooh. And it's based locally. I was like, oh, ooh. And currently they're all meeting online. I was like, yes, I'm in. They meet the 4th Saturday of every month. And it's like a couple of hours long. And I'm like, oh, this will be good. And I thought, oh, what book are they reading? Because their meeting's going to be this Saturday. I was like, what? It's not the 4th. Is it the 4th? Maybe it's the 3rd. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, it is the 4th. We've got 5 Saturdays this month. Look at that. Oh, no, this is the 3rd Saturday. Oh, maybe I've got a week. I'll have to go back and have a look at that one. Because I thought they said the 4th Saturday is when they meet. It is the 4th Saturday, so I've got a whole week to read the book. Excellent. For some reason, I thought it was this weekend. And so they're reading this book, and thought, okay, let me go have a look at the book on Amazon. And it didn't have Kindle Unlimited, so I can't get it through that way. And the Kindle price was more than the hardback, and the paperback was more than both of those. So I've got the hardback. It arrives tomorrow morning. And then I can get in there, and I've got just over a week to read it. And so that's going to be fun. So they meet, the 4th Saturday of every month they meet. I moved my ice cream thing to Sunday. My Argentine ice cream, I've moved that to Sunday. Because I got some other things I need to get done on Saturday. So I moved that one to Sunday. So I've been moving the schedule around a little bit and making sure I get in time to, especially with the Explore things, because you have to do them more than 24 hours prior to your experience. And so I got Saturday's moved to Sunday, because then we can just kick back, relax, and enjoy some ice cream. And because I don't book anything on Sundays, it's my day of and if I choose to do any work or any crafts or anything like that, then that's up to me. But it's a free day where I don't book anything. So I've booked this ice cream experience at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'll get to make Argentine ice cream on Sunday morning instead of Saturday morning. So also gives me time to get the supplies as well, because I won't have time to do it on Friday. It means I'm going to be scrambling on Saturday morning. I thought, no, I'm just going to go get them on Saturday morning, just nice and relaxed. And I'm also hoping on Saturday that I'm meant to be doing an interview with a friend, and my voice issues have been preventing us from doing that. He's had health challenges as well. And so hopefully praying for Saturday, we actually get this done on Saturday. So it's going to be awesome. So, but they're all wins. I consider them all wins, that we're able to change an appointment. Something didn't happen for a reason. That's okay, because everything happens for a reason. Everything happens in its time and place. And the person who was meant to be my guide tonight was not Tristan. So I've moved it to tomorrow night, but I won't know who my guide is until tomorrow when I'm waiting to log in. So unless they already have it up. I wonder if they have it up. Let's have a look and see. And this one's cool because it's the one-on-one with shopping, and so I'm curious to see. Oh, yay! It says my host tomorrow is Tristan. Yay! Oh, I'm super excited about that one. He was really cool on the one we did with the laneways on whenever we did that the other day when we did that one. He was really cool. And he was the one that told me about crime and debauchery. So I was hoping to get him. And then tonight it said it was somebody else and they didn't show up. But the thing says that my host for tomorrow booked in is Tristan. So I was like, yay! Because he knows the hotel. He knows where the hotel is that I stayed in. And one part of the walking tour goes less than a quarter of a block from walking past it. So it's going to be awesome. But anyway, I'm out of here. Voices, I got to go have some more honey and lemon and get this voice thing. No, I can't do those breathing things. They're just too sweaty. You know, one of those things where you have the hot bowl of water with the oils in it and you put the towel over your head to breathe it all in. I'll just take my breathe stick and oh yeah, we got a blocked nostril. God, that stuff catches the back of your throat. But it does feel good. Anyway. It's one of those sticks you can actually like put it on your chest if you want to. I don't. I just put a little bit just underneath the nostrils here and then just sit here and breathe it in for a minute or so. But anyway, so celebrate your wins when they happen. With my accountability coach today, we got some stuff sorted and out of the way, and I have a list now of, where did my list go? List in here. Yes, I now have my list of things to do before next week, and they will get done. I am making the declaration here because my win next week will be that my list that was a different meeting. That my list that is written on this piece of paper here will get done before next Wednesday. So I'm making that commitment to you, and then that will be my win for Wednesday. Yay! I get those completed. Anyway, celebrate your wins. That's all I say. Celebrate your wins. If you've been wanting to go on a vacation for a while and you finally got your vacation booked, that is a win. Go celebrate that. Yes, I'm booked in. Finally, you're gonna get to da 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 da. And then if you find that elusive ancestor or relation, somebody out on the sidelines, a sibling or something like that. That is you should hear me when I find the right person that fits in my tree, or I'm working for a client and I find that missing piece of information that we've been looking for so long. Yeah, they could probably hear me all over the park when that celebration happens. But those are wins, and they need to be celebrated because it feels so good. And then you write down, and then you've got to take the notes of how you found that information, where you found that information, what other information you'd look through that led you to that place. How did you get to that location to find that information? So writing the story about that, because it all goes into the report afterwards when you send it to your clients and, hey, we'd looked through these sites here. There was nothing in there about that person. About something on this site here led us over to this place over here. We contacted them. We found the missing piece of information we needed. They were able to send us the information, and it's like, yes. But the really cool part is that when you send that to a client in an email, go, well, we've been looking for this, we're still looking for this person, and we looked at all these places here, and then something on this site inspired me or sparked a thought to go and try this over here. So we went and tried that over there, and we found your father, your grandfather, your great-grandfather, the missing relative that we were looking for. Or we found that connection that we had been looking for to confirm that family story. And that led us to this lot of information. And that does happen. Where you're like endlessly searching and searching and searching and searching. And finally you just find just the end of that thread, and you just start slowly pulling, because sometimes when you get a little piece of thread, if you pull too quickly, it snaps, and then you can't find the end again. So you just start to gently pull, and it starts getting a little tighter, and you get a little concerned, and so you start digging little holes around that thread so you can ease it up a little bit, keep going, and all of a sudden it gets stuck, and you're like, oh no, don't tell me the information. And then you find that one piece that goes, and there it all is, and you're like, ah. But I've had lots of discoveries like that. I absolutely love those ones, and those were the ones when Brad would come in at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and go, "You coming to bed tonight?" And I'm going, "Yeah, it's not that late." And he goes, "You do realize it's like 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning?" And I go, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, I'll let me just finish up here, and I'll be right in." And it could be another hour before I go to bed because I'm doing this gentle pulling, and I don't want to lose the thread. You have to follow the thread through to get to the treasure trove. It's like the lead. What do they call them? The guide wires or the lead wires. Where when they've got the big thick rope and they're trying to get it through, and they put that little guide rope through first, a little piece of string, and you just pull on the string until the rope comes through, because it's easy to get that little piece to toss something through a pipe or an opening or something that's got a weight on it with a piece of string, and then you pull the rope through. And that's basically what you do with genealogies. You find that little piece of string and you just start pulling, and the string gets bigger and bigger until you're actually pulling through the rope, and then you get the rope and you give it a good yank, and there's the treasure in front of you. So that's why I like programs like movies like Indiana Jones and all of them, the series, where they're looking for the treasures. Because when you see these ones when they're in there and they're looking for the different treasures and everything else, and I know there's several other movies that I've watched that are like that too. The Librarian, love the Librarian series, but they're just following those little clues, and then boom, there's everything. There's the treasure trove. That's what they've been looking for. There's another movie that just came out on DVD. Outbreak, I think it's. No, that's not the right. Is it Outbreak? I can't see it from here. But there's one that just came out that kind of sounds similar to all of that, so I'm still eager to go watch it. So anyway, I'm out of here. I still got to go have dinner. It's after 8 o'clock, and I don't like eating dinner after 8 o'clock, but I'll probably be in bed in an hour and a half. So anyway, go have a super fantastic sparkling weekend. Do not forget to celebrate your wins. They are important. Be grateful for the wins that you receive, because they come with lots of blessings along the way, and help you take that next step to help you achieving your goal. And if it's that final step where you've achieved your goal, celebrate it big. Oh my gosh, celebrate that big. And then start working on what's the next goal. Always have a goal ready to go as soon as you finished one. So as soon as you finish celebration, you're back into the next one. But anyway, I'm out of here. Have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we will catch you guys tomorrow for Thankful Thursday. And I can tell you right now, it's going to be in the evening at some time. I might actually make you guys wait till after I do Crime and Debauchery, so I can give you a very fresh review on that one. So that will be after 8 o'clock Pacific time tomorrow for that one. But anyway, go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow for Thankful Thursday. Hey, konara.